So now we will be discussing about slope or the computations for slope. So the direction here is find the slope of the following set of points. Okay, so we have here our first example, 3 comma 5 and then 4 comma 9. So let's recall first the formula for our slope. What's the formula for our slope? Okay, slope is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay. And then the next step that we have to do is now we have to identify which one is the y sub 2, which one is the y sub 1, x sub 2, and x sub 1. That's it. So please take note that these coordinates here, the 3 comma 5, this is also the x and y, right? X and y. Okay, now what we have to do is now we have to assign which one should be the sub 2 and which one should be the sub 1. Okay, actually, we can assign either. I mean, as long as the 1 and the 2 are together. So what do I mean by that? So if I assign this one as x sub 1, this one should be y sub 1. When I assign this 4 as x sub 2, I should assign 9 as y sub 2. So let's see. So let's say I will assign this one as x sub 2. And then this one is our y sub 2. And then this one is our x sub 1. So this one should be also y sub 1. Actually, whether you interchange this, you will just get the same answer. So let's continue. Now, using our formula, what is the value of the y sub 2? Our y sub 2 is 9. And then the y sub 1, what's the value of our y sub 1? It's 5. And then, all over, what is the value of our x sub 2? That is 4. And then, what is the value of our x sub 1? That is 3. Okay. Now, we just have to simplify. Use the operation here. What's 9 minus 5? That is 4. And then 4 minus 3, that is obviously 1. And our answer here, the final answer should be 4. That is our slope. Okay, let's proceed. So again, we will still use the same formula. Okay, here you go. Again, this is x, y, x, y. Again, we will just assign, right? We will just assign. Okay, a while ago we assigned x sub 1, y sub 1, and then x sub 2, y sub 2. Now, sir, what if we try here? I'm going to make this one the sub 2. This one is the sub 2. Again, this should be the same. Sub x sub 2, y sub 2. This one cannot be y sub 1, okay? So, let's continue. So, this one should be our sub 1 and sub 1. Okay. Now, again, using our formula here, let's just replace the values here. Okay. What's the value of y sub 2? Y sub 2 is 10. What's the value of y sub 1? That is 11. So, minus 11 all over. What's the value of x sub 2? Negative 2. And then what's the value of the x sub 1? That is 0. So, minus 0. Okay. Now, what is 10 minus 11? That is what? Negative 1 all over. What's negative 2 minus 0? So you take out nothing from negative 2, you will still have negative 2. Okay. So now, okay, when you see this kind of fraction, negative 1 over negative 2, okay, just cancel this. So what now you will have is 1 half. That is your slope for the second example. I hope you're still clear. We will continue with number 3. Well, actually, if you want, you can like try this one by first simply pausing first the video. Okay, so I will continue. So now for number 3, again our formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, what is okay? Sorry, we don't have yet our assignment here. So again, this one is the x. This is our y. X, Y. Okay. Actually, when you see this kind of given, it would be much better if we will assign the lower numbers as our sub 1. Okay, so I will just assign this one as our x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, okay, now considering this, let's substitute the values. Okay, what's the value of y sub 2? That is 16. Now, what is the value of y sub 1? That is 0. All over. What's the value of x sub 2? It is 4. What's the value of x sub 1? That is 0. Okay, continuing. What is 16 minus 0? Obviously, that is 16. 4 minus 0? Obviously, that is 4. Now, what is 16 over 4? I hope you know this. So the answer here is also 4. So our slope for number 3 is 4. Okay, we will continue with our last example. We have here 6 comma 15 and then negative 5 comma negative 18. Okay, again, we can assign here, uh, I mean, we can assign here the sub 1, sub 2, right? Sub 1, sub 1, sub 2, sub 2. Well, I guess it would be much better if we will assign this one as our x sub 1, y sub 1. Ano? Maybe, what if we try here x sub 2, y sub 2? That one. And then this one is our x sub 1, y sub 1. Again, ha? We can actually interchange this as, we can interchange this. I'm just trying to use maybe a better approach. Okay. Now, again, what's our formula here? The formula is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay. Now, what is the value of the y sub 2? That is 15. What's the value of y sub 1? Okay, take note na. Minus and then negative 18. There are two minus here, ha? Take note of that. All over 15. Sorry, what's the value of our x sub 2? X sub 2 is 6. Minus. What's the value of x sub 1? Negative 5. Again, ha? Okay. When you see here, again, two consecutive negative sign, we can immediately rewrite this one as 15. What will happen to the two negative? It will become plus. Plus 18 all over 6 plus. Okay. Again, two negative sign, it will become plus or addition. Plus 5. Okay. Now, what is 15 plus 18? That is 33 over. What is 6 plus 5? That is 11. Okay. So now what's our final answer? 33 over 11 is actually 3. Okay. And that is our slope. And this whole thing here, these examples here, this is how we find the slope of a certain line using only 2 points. Okay. I hope this one is clear. Thank you.